Welcome back to the podcast. I'm so happy that you're back here, the Become a Professional Actor podcast. What we cover in this podcast is basically how to create a professional acting career, but also how to really manifest it into your life, even if it seems impossible. So, this is exactly what I talk about here. And in today's episode, I will be talking about the one thing you need to become a professional actor. So, what is that thing? Hmm, I wonder what that thing is. Well, okay, super simple. To be a professional actor means that you're working as an actor, let's say on television, in films, and that you get paid for it, right? And obvious, Jade. No, but hold on. Wait, stay with me here. The thing that you need to understand is that to get like legitimate acting work, because there's tons of work out there. There's non-union work, which is, student films or like independent movies that are not part of the union, which is iffy because they could take advantage of you and they can underpay you. What I'm talking about here is legitimate acting work that is connected to the acting union, which in Canada is ACTRA, in the United States it's SAG-AFTRA, and there's all kinds of acting unions all over the world. And what is it that you need so that you could become a real professional actor? It's one thing, simple. You need an acting agent. That's it. All right, let's end the episode here. No, but seriously, hear me out. That is the one thing you need. And this is not a complicated thing, okay? Some people think it's complicated, that it's a big deal, that it's like, oh my God, how do I even reach acting agents? Well, very simple. And we'll get into that in some future episodes. But basically, what I am here to tell you is that getting an acting agent is the key. It's the thing that links you to the actual TV shows and films that are happening in your area in the big cities around your area. Acting agents are connected to castings and to productions. Okay, so they will be submitting you to audition for films, commercials, TV, video games, etc., etc. Okay, so without auditioning, you're not an actor. Well, meaning without auditioning, you can't book. Okay, so this is something my agent always tells me. She reminds me when I have like freak out moments of like, why is nothing happening? She reminds me, Jade, as long as you're auditioning, you're in the game. Because without auditioning, you cannot book. Okay, so you have to be auditioning in order to book work, which makes you a professional actor. And it's that simple, you guys. A lot of people tell me, like, Jade, there's no actors. There's no agents in my area. I'm sure there's no agents. And I, quite honestly, don't believe that. I've been doing my research and I find them, okay? And there's a specific way to find them, which we'll get into in the next episodes. But basically, all you need, if you want to be a real professional actor and get your opportunities to audition for TV shows, like big ones, like Netflix ones, HBO ones, Amazon Prime ones, Apple TV ones, is to have an acting agent. That's all that you need. This is why I say it's the one thing you need. Now, if you have no idea how to do that, well, I'm super excited to tell you that I've created a free checklist. Okay. I called it the Getting an Acting Agent Checklist, which I guide you step by step, okay, to getting signed with your very own acting agent. So I'm going to show it to you here if you're watching on video. Otherwise, I'm going to be describing it. So it's a PDF. It's 100% free, okay, and I walk you literally step by step. It's basically like an ebook, okay, because it has like 6 pages, but at the end here you have the checklist. So all you got to do is follow the steps, and you could really get this done in like a week. All right. And then we'll get into it because there's a lot of other elements as to like what needs to happen within yourself, in your skill set for you to actually start to book the work, but for you to start to think that it's actually possible for you to book the work. But I've seen everything. Okay. I've seen people who are not actors book really big parts. I've seen people who didn't even want to become actors who got these amazing opportunities, and it might be like, oh, damn, it means that people are going to take my spot because I really, really want it. No, it doesn't. It just means that it's possible to make it happen way faster than you think. Okay. You don't have to do what I did, which is like go to acting school and everything like that. Do you need to build your skill? Absolutely. Can you become a better actor? Absolutely. Can you learn how to be an actor? Yes, 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 yes. All that stuff. But what I tell people in my programs and in my master classes and everything is that take action before you're perfect. Okay. So, because this is the thing I've seen even in my own surroundings and my colleagues and people that I was in theater school with, etc. I saw them just never take action because they kept waiting for the perfect time, waiting for the perfect, waiting to be ready. So you have to, and you just have to take action before you're ready. You're going to get ready with the life experience. So this is what I tell people: go reach out to the agents. And if you have no idea how to do that, or if you have an agent right now, but it's not the right agent, I take my take my free work. Sorry, I'm like, take my free um PDF, my free guide, my free step-by-step checklist. Go through it, reassess what you want, find an agent that works for you, with you, and that is aligned to your vision. I'm 100% certain that you could find an acting agent even before having everything set perfectly. Like anything's possible here. Okay. So if you want to get your own acting agent, which is what you need if you want to be a pro actor, I promise you this is what you need, because even me, I can't go and find I can't access the casting of like the real TV shows and stuff like that. There are some stuff that you can self-submit for things, but you will not necessarily be considered. I promise you, you won't be filtered. I've honestly never heard of anybody who's booked really important big stuff by self submitting. Okay. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what agents do. They submit you to projects, to TV shows. So the way this happens is that a production will, like a TV show, let's say, will get into production. Okay. The production is the whatever company is producing. What they do is that they start to collaborate with casting directors, and the casting directors help the production find the cast for the specific roles of that TV show. So what an agent is going to do, they're going to be working with the casting directors and the productions. Okay. Sometimes directly with the production, sometimes through the casting director. And the casting director and the productions are going to send out a breakdown that says all the different roles that they're looking for. And then the agents are going to submit their actors for the roles that work for them, so that they can um so that the casting director can approve of who they want to see in audition, so that then you can go and audition, so that you can get a chance to be cast in the projects. Okay. So I'm starting here because I think it's the most important thing. And I also think that you can make this happen without having like the perfect resume and all those things. I'll get into all of that in the next few episodes, because this series is going to be about finding an acting agent and all the steps that you need to do. So, if you want to get started right now for free, I created this amazing free resource. Like, it's so thorough. You can make it happen just using this checklist, this PDF. And it's not just a checklist where you have to, 1, 2, 3, 4, even though I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many steps are there? There are 11 steps. Okay. And I describe each one. I give you pro tips, and then I give you an actual checklist that you can check off as you do each of the steps. And I tell you, you can get this done in a week. I promise. And yeah, so if you want the free getting an acting checklist, all you got to do is check out the description in of this podcast below, and there's going to be a link to get your very own getting an acting agent checklist. Thank you for being here with me. If you have no idea who I am, my Instagram is going to be below. You may recognize me in so many different TV shows, Netflix shows, some video games, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Canada's Drag Race, Shadowhunters, Heartland, lots of stuff. So I'm super happy that you found me. I want you to get this done so that we can start moving you towards your dreams. I'm going to make these episodes real quick, real short, and real applicable. Thanks for getting through this little short episode with me today. Get your checklist right now, and please let me know in my DMs on Instagram. All the info is below. And I can't wait for you to tell me that you signed with your very own agent. So thank you. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next episode.